MotorWeek is made possible by RockAuto.com.
There are so many four-door sport utility vehicles on the market these days that they're hard to keep track of. And it's hard to tell which has the features you want in a vehicle. This four-door sport utility is the Isuzu Rodeo. It augments the venerable Trooper. And like the Trooper, the Rodeo trades on having features you're not likely to find on other vehicles in the class. If the old Trooper is more for the buyer who wants to haul through the woods, the new Rodeo, according to Isuzu, is the ideal family vehicle, one for hauling kids and groceries. Built in Lafayette, Indiana, and with nearly 70% U.S. content, the Rodeo has two major things the Trooper doesn't. In its basic S trim level, it has a front bench seat and room for 6. It also comes in a two-wheel drive version for those who want a big wagon but don't want to go off-road. As with most family vehicles, a lot of attention has been paid to styling. The Rodeo wears the blistered fenders of the Isuzu Amigo rather than the slab sides of the Trooper. The smokers on our staff applaud the Rodeo's vent windows, but we all applaud Isuzu's effort to keep the vehicle from looking boxy. Isuzu also wants the Rodeo to look rugged. Therefore, the two-wheel drive versions have the same amount of ground clearance as the four-wheel drive Rodeos. Inside is also truck-like, though the Highline LS automatic version comes with bucket seats and a price of $17,899. That's $1,330 less than a comparable Trooper. The base Rodeo price is $12,499. The dash isn't much different than that of the Isuzu pickup, and it has that pieced-together look. It's hardly contemporary, but it seems to be an Isuzu trademark. Some of our staff members said the plastic looked too bargain basement. The analog gauge package includes those things that sport utility vehicles should have, such as an oil pressure gauge and a voltmeter. But the family will be more impressed with the seats. The cushions are firm but comfortable and supportive on bad roads or over the long haul. Seat adjustment is manual and the steering column tilts. Passive restraints are not required on a truck and are not offered despite the family vehicle label. Ventilation controls are straightforward enough, and air conditioning is optional on all trim levels. Our vehicle also had an AM/FM cassette player and CD. Unfortunately, the units are located much too low on the console to be easily operated without taking eyes off the road. The automatic shifter works easily enough, and with it comes two buttons, one for a power transmission mode, the other to limit wheel spin in winter driving. The part-time four-wheel drive system has auto-locking hubs, so you won't have to get out of the vehicle and walk in the mud or snow. As for rear passengers, they'll appreciate a generous amount of head and leg room. The Rodeo's long 108.7-inch wheelbase is largely responsible for that. As for carrying cargo, the LS version gets a folding seat that splits. All Rodeos get a clamshell-type rear hatch and tailgate. Cargo room is comparable to that of other 4x4s in the class. But we found that statistics fib in the Rodeo's case. The sharply sloping hatch yields an odd-shaped cargo area that limits what you carry. The Rodeo's base engine is a 2.6-liter four-cylinder. Our Rodeo had this 3.1-liter V6. If it looks like a GM engine to you, give yourself extra points for being observant. With throttle body injection and 120 horsepower, this design has powered many a Chevrolet. And it probably made them go faster. The Rodeo's acceleration was lackluster in our test. It needed 19.7 seconds to reach the end of the quarter mile, where it achieved a speed of 68. 0 to 60 took a long 14.1 seconds. Fortunately, the Rodeo stops much better than it goes. With standard rear anti-lock brakes, our vehicle needed only 132 feet on average to stop from 60 miles per hour. Stops were straight and the pedal felt firm, a very good performance for a truck. In other numbers, the Isuzu Rodeo is EPA rated at 15 miles per gallon city, 18 highway. It returns 17 in typical driving, about average for its class. The Isuzu Rodeo certainly fills a niche. It's less expensive than many of the vehicles in the growing sport utility class, and it has a look that can't be mistaken. Although its acceleration and dash design leave something to be desired, its passenger accommodations are impressive. When the Isuzu Trooper was first introduced, people didn't know what to make of its mix of features and capabilities. It ended up being a big seller. The rodeo may do the same for Isuzu all over again.